Hey everyone, welcome to the world of creational design patterns. Today we are going to see singleton pattern. So let's begin. Why is it a creational design pattern? Because it allows you to control the way an instance will be created. We are going to see this technically, so stay with me throughout this video. Well, every design pattern tends to solve a problem. So which problem does the singleton pattern solves? Let's take a look at it. To understand the problem, consider an example where we have multiple services hosted on a cloud and we want to build health administrative system that on demand triggers a health check which continuously checks the health of your application. The health checker which we are trying to build here will have an internal timer that on a specific interval continuously polls the health of the application from cloud. So let's say we create a class health checker. This class will have a constructor. The role of the constructor will be to call check health every second method, which internally every second polls the status of your application from the cloud. So let's say this method takes 0.5 second to execute, and every time it makes a health status call, the cloud charges us $1. The class will also have get failed apps in last hour method, which is exposed publicly so that anyone can see the status of the application since last hour. Now let's see how the health checker will be consumed in different classes of the same application. So let's say we have one class and it has a method say do something. It creates the instance of health checker and it fetches all the failed apps in last hour. So note that as soon as you create an instance of the health checker, it is going to trigger a timer which will continuously start pulling the status of your health. So let's say we have another class 2 which also needs to check the health. So this class is going to create its own instance, a new instance of health checker and call the method. Now as soon as it creates a new instance, a new timer will be triggered and this timer will also start pulling the health status. Let's note down the observations so far. When the first time the object was created, it triggered a timer, which now internally polls the health API of the cloud every second. Now let's say each call takes 0.5 seconds for execution, and also we are paying $1 for that cloud call. When second time the object was created, it again triggered its own timer, a new timer, which internally is now sending the same request as that of the first object. Seems like you already started getting the smell of the problems, and I think you are going in the right direction. The first problem is each object which we create might end up in behaving in a duplicate manner where we are expecting to have a singularity. So like we didn't want it to have two different timers doing the same things. It could have been nicer that how many objects we create doesn't matter, but it will execute a single timer only. Each object when executing duplicate behavior also burns the system utilizations like CPU or memory, and that could be the burden of the cost of our own infrastructure. Well, that makes sense, right? The third problem is each object creation adds a redundant cost of consumption. So if we take the same example of health checker, each object if starts pulling the cloud API, it will charge us $1 per request. So if two objects are doing same thing, we are going to burn a duplicate cost, an extra cost unnecessarily for those many calls. Well, since there were so many problems, somebody must have wished that, you know, there could be a way where we can restrict the creation of the object to only once. So no matter how many times you actually request the object creation, it will always provide you a single object. And that is what singleton pattern is. Hope you have followed me so far and we are going good. Stay with me for some time. We are now going to see programmatically how to build a singleton pattern. So let's go back to our previous example where we were trying to create health checker. Now, with the identified problems, how do we ensure that no matter how many times health checker is instantiated, it will always create only one instance? So for that, we are going to need two things. The first thing, we are going to need a private constructor so that no other classes can instantiate health checker by their own. The second thing which we are going to need is a property getter, which will allow outsiders to access the objects via property only. The property will ensure that only one instance is always written, no matter how many times the objects are created. Looks simple, right? Well, this code is not thread safe. What does that mean is when two threads access the same line, if instance equal to null, both are going to understand that instance is null, and they are going to enter the next line, which will create new health checker instance, which means in a parallel thread environment, there is a chance that the health checker will allow to create multiple instances. Not good, right? Let's see how to solve this. We are going to create the same class, the same constructor, which is private, but this time we are going to add a twist. We are going to use lock. This lock will ensure that no two parallel threads executes the same line at the same time. What does that mean is whenever the first thread will try to access if instance equal to null, it will have to take the lock first. Unless the lock is released, second thread will not be able to access the if statement. Now when the first thread finishes the execution, it would have already created the instance. So the instance won't be null. When the second thread now gets the lock and it tries to check if instance equal to null, the value inside the instance reference will be pointing to the object which the first thread have created. And this will ensure that the second thread will receive the same instance which was created by thread 1, ensuring the singleton pattern. Sounds simple, right? So this was the simplest approach to achieve thread safe singleton design pattern. Of course, there are different ways you will find on the online articles to achieve the singleton pattern. It could vary in C#, Java, or even in PHP. I would request all of you to deep dive into those articles separately. Now, before we end this topic, let's try to see what are the different examples where singleton pattern can be of great use. The first is logger, where your application wants to log data at different places. The second could be cache manager, the configuration manager, and the socket manager. The time will come when you'll have to decide whether to choose a singleton pattern or not. You'll have to ask two questions for yourself. First, does it have shared data resources that must be created only once? And the second, do you want to avoid duplicate behavior per object creation for the consumers of your class? If the answers to both are yes, you should go for singleton pattern. Well, that's it. I hope this was helpful and now you understand the singleton pattern. Take it as a starter video. Keep reading more about this online. Try to get more and more in-depth knowledge of this concept. Try to get more hands-on experience practically on the singleton pattern. Subscribe for upcoming videos and do share all of them with your friends. Thank you so much.